The first edition of Sunday Night Baseball here in 2026 brings us to the Emerald City. Here in Seattle, the Mariners will host the Cleveland Guardians in Game 4 of this 4-game set. The only storyline we got for you, Gabriel Arias shines in the win versus the Mariners yesterday to give Cleveland their first win of the season. Cleveland will look to tie the series up, and Seattle looking to get a series win here to start the new season. Luis Castillo will get the call today to start this game for the Mariners, his first start of the season after a 32 appearances last year, 3.54 ERA, 162 strikeouts with a strikeout rate of 21.7. He will face Stephen Kwan and the Guardians here at home in the final game of this opening series to start 2026. That one is in there for a strike on a low pitch, and we're underway here from Seattle. Ball 1-1-1 to Stephen Kwan. Kwan fouls that one off, and it stays 1-2. Mariners won the first 2 games of this series. Cleveland won yesterday by a final score of 5-2. Little jam shot to left field, and coming on is Arozarena to make the catch, 1 away. Let's take a look now at the Cleveland starting lineup. You just saw Stephen Kwan. Jose Ramirez will stand in now, followed by Kyle Manzardo. Bo Naylor, Brian Riccio will get the call in the 5 spot. Nolan Jones, Gabriel Arias, Daniel Schienemann, and Chase DeLauder. Here is Jose Ramirez. Longtime vet here with Cleveland. Castillo fires into center. Arozarena and Julio converge. It'll be Julio to make the running catch, quickly 2 away. And now Manzardo. Quickly 2 away here in the first inning from Seattle. First pitch from Castillo here is grounded sharply to the right side and through for a base hit. A 2-out single for Manzardo. And the inning will continue here in the first for Cleveland.
That is the catcher, Bo Naylor.
Now Bo Naylor will stand in and swing right through that one. The brothers are going at it here today. Josh Naylor, his brother, playing first base today for Seattle. See if he pulls it to his brother here. Way out in front, 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. Naylor takes downstairs. Just underway here from Seattle. First edition of Sunday Night Baseball on the season. From the beautiful Emerald City. Strike 3 called, and Castillo off to a good start here in the first. Cleveland strands 1. And it's Guardians 0. Mariners coming to bat just underway here from Seattle. Starting pitcher today for the Guardians will be Joey Cantillo. His 2025, he appeared in just 13 games at a 3.21 ERA, just over 100 strikeouts, 26.9 strikeout rate. And his first task will be J.P. Crawford, backed up by a very good Seattle Mariners lineup, looking to get further into the playoffs this season than they did a year ago. They were 1 game away from appearing in their first World Series in franchise history, but fell to the Toronto Blue Jays. Crawford stands in, grounds the first pitch to second base, and the play will be made by Schienemann, and there's 1 away. Let's take a look now at the Mariners starting lineup. You just saw Crawford, Cal Raleigh, the big dumper, will stand in, followed by Rob Refsnyder in the 3. In the middle, Julio Rodriguez, Randy Rosarena, and Josh Naylor. A lot of power in those names. Dom Canzone, the DH. Brendan Donovan, the new addition at third base from St. Louis. And then Cole Young in the 9. Here is Cal Raleigh, the big dumper, in the air to center field. Going back on it is DeLauder, just in front of the wall, deepest part of the park, and Raleigh is a flyout victim for out number 2. In a pitcher-friendly ballpark, a salute from the big dumper there, and there's 2-1. So now Rob Refsnyder, a new addition to this Mariner team here in 2026. Skies this one into right field. Going back on it is Jones, and that one was a deep fly out for Seattle, and a very quick 1-2-3 first inning for the Guardians. No score after 1 here from Seattle. Sunday Night Baseball continues. Here's Rocchio, the DH today for the Cleveland Guardians, standing in to lead things off in the 2nd. Takes one right down the middle. He's down 0-1. Went 1 for 4 in yesterday's contest. Foul the way off to the right, and it's 0-2 quickly. Stays alive. Strike 3 called, and Castillo gets another one. One away here in inning number 2. And now Nolan Jones, right fielder for Cleveland. One out, nobody aboard, and a swing and a miss there by Jones. 5 homers a year ago, 34 RBIs, 211 batting average in minimal plate appearances. Off to a good start here in 2026, 400 batting average over the first 3 games. Golfs this one into right center field for Julio Rodriguez. 2 away here in the 2nd inning.
The shortstop, Gabriel.
And now that'll bring in Gabriel Arias, who in 2025 hit 11 homers, drove in 54 runs. 2 out, nobody aboard here in the 2nd. And a strike on the outside edge, 0-1. Mariners looking to improve from already a good season a year ago, as this one's hit back towards the middle and through for a base hit. Gabriel Arias sends it back up the middle, and the second 2-out hit in the first 2 innings for Cleveland keeps the inning going to the 8-hole, and Daniel Schneemann. But the Mariners will be looking to improve on their already good season from a year ago. Made it to the American League Championship Series and lost in 7 games to the Toronto Blue Jays. They were 1 win away from their first World Series berth. Trying to get there here in 2026. And a lot of people have them in their predictions going to the promised land this year. A ball and a strike. Daniel Schneemann grounds it to the left side, and Crawford goes the short way to second, and that one will retire the side. Cleveland strands another base runner as we are halfway through 2 in a scoreless game. Bottom half of inning number 2 here from the Emerald City. Julio Rodriguez set to lead things off for the Mariners. Off to a decent start this season, batting .250 through the first 3 games of the year. Downstairs to Julio. 0 for 4 in yesterday's game, though, for Rodriguez. Rodriguez takes high, 2-0. Rusty Valentine calling balls and strikes behind the plate today. Julio chants start to echo here at T-Mobile Park. Beautiful ballpark here in the Emerald City. From Seattle, Washington. Strike there to Julio Rodriguez, and it's 2-1. Julio ahead in the count. 2 balls and a strike to Rodriguez, who swings right through that one, and it's 2-2. Julio Rodriguez, Randy Arozarena, and Josh Naylor due up here in the second. And Rodriguez waving a miss. 1 away here in the bottom of inning number 2. And now that'll bring in Randy Arozarena. He's been a welcome addition to this Mariner club over the past couple seasons. He takes downstairs for ball 1, coming off of a 27-homer year with a 76 runs batted in. Average was a little down in the low 200s at 238 is where he finished the season. He was a little cold in the postseason as well for the Mariners on offense. Outside 2-0. But when he gets a hold of one, he sends it a mile. So many good bats in this Mariner lineup here in 2026. They exited Jorge Polanco. He went to the New York Mets. Eugenio Suarez is gone. But they're just picking up right where they left off here in 2026. A great lineup backed up by a phenomenal pitching staff. Grounded down the left side and just fouled by Arozarena, and it's 3 balls and a strike. Had the green light there on 3-0. Still early, but this Mariner team is going to be fun to watch this season. Swave and a miss there by Arozarena, and it's full count at 3-2. Fouled away, Arozarena stays alive. Former Tampa Bay Ray went to the World Series with Tampa in the COVID year back in 2020 where they fell to the Dodgers. Full count 3-2, Arozarena keeps it alive. In the air down the right field line, slicing into the seats. Beautiful at bat here by Randy Arozarena, continuing to battle. We will see our 9th pitch of this at bat. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Arozarena hits it in the air to right center. Drifting over is Jones, and he will flag it down for the second out. Good at bat, turns into a fly out for Arozarena, and there's 2 away for Josh Naylor. Naylor came over partway through the season a year ago, looking for his first full season in a Mariner uniform. And the first pitch to him misses outside, a ball 1. 0 for 4 in yesterday's game with a strikeout. Naylor off the end of the bat, 1-1. In there for a strike, and it's a ball and 2 strikes from Joey Cantillo, who's at 20 pitches here with 1 strike to go here in the second. And it's grounded foul. They'll do it again. Naylor at the plate with his brother back behind the dish catching for Cleveland. The 1-2 pitch. Outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Deuce is wild for Josh Naylor, who swings and misses. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. Cantillo off to a good start here in Seattle. We're through 2 in a scoreless game. Take a look at our series recap coming into this 4th game to start the season. Seattle won the first 2 games. 3-2 and then 6-2, and then Cleveland came back to win game 3 yesterday, 5-2. So the losing team in every game so far this series has scored 2 runs. Seattle with a 2-1 series lead, looking to win this series to start 2026. Here's the 9-hole hitter, Chase DeLauder, who stands in to lead things off for Cleveland. 9-1-2 here for the Guardians with DeLauder, Steven Kwan, and Jose Ramirez. Grounded softly towards short, J.P. Crawford makes the play, 1 out. Both of these pitchers off to a good start. Couple hits given up by Castillo. No harm, no foul. Both of them have been base hits with 2 outs that have got stranded at first both times. Back to the top, and Steven Kwan, who's 0 for 1. First pitch, line drive caught. Good awareness by Donovan. Welcome to the Mariners, and there's 2 away. To the hot corner, quickly 2 away, and now Ramirez. First pitch swing and a foul ball by Ramirez, 0-1. No balls and a strike. Ramirez takes high, and it's 1-1. Ramirez batting a .182 coming into today. He's 0 for 1 so far and takes a strike. Castillo looking for a quick third. Downstairs, even at 2-2. Deuces wild. Ramirez takes strike 3. And Castillo off to a good start as well here in Seattle. Pitchers duel in the making from the Emerald City. No score. Dominic Canzone set to lead things off in the bottom half of inning number 3. Here for the Mariners, looking for their first base runner against Joey Cantillo. 7-8-9 due up here for Seattle. Canzone, Donovan, and Young here for the Mariners. Due up in the third. Canzone takes outside 2-0. Yanked foul, and it's hitters count at 2 balls and a strike. Strike 2 called. Mariners have hit the ball well in this series to start the year. There's not one hitter in the lineup that comes into today batting under 200 in minimal sample size. This one goes off the backside of the mound. It's handled at shortstop by Arias, and he makes the play for out number 1.
Batting it, the third baseman, Brendan.
And now the newcomer here in Seattle, Brendan Donovan, the former St. Louis Cardinal, will stand in. Batting .222 to start the season with the Mariners. And the first pitch stays high, ball 1. All-star appearance a year ago representing the St. Louis Cardinals for Brendan Donovan. Now here with the Mariners, looking to make an impact here in 2026. Breaking ball, slash down the left side, and that's going to fall in for a base hit. First base runner of the ball game for the Mariners is Brendan Donovan with a base hit the other way, 1 on with 1 out.
The second baseman, Cole Young.
And now Cole Young in the 9th spot. Off to a good start, currently leads the team in average in a small sample size to start the year. 375 coming into play today. 4 homers and 24 RBIs a year ago. Minimal plate appearances for him. Looking to have a bigger role here with the Mariners in 2026. Very well could be their everyday second baseman. Poke job to right field. Got some carry on it. Jones back to the track will make the catch. And there's 2 away here in the third. That is the 3rd time in the first 3 innings the Mariners have flown out to the warning track. And now we go back to the top of the order, and J.P. Crawford, who is 0 for 1, started the game with a ground out. First pitch, Crawford takes inside, ball 1. Longtime vet, former Philadelphia Philly, now here with the Mariners for a while. That one's in there for a strike. J.P. Crawford has become a Seattle favorite. 1-2 the count. Crawford looking to keep the inning alive. Cantillo fires, and it's a pop-up right side. Mazzardo will give it a look, and he will get there. Crawford, a pop-out victim in foul territory, and the side is retired. Mariners strand one. We're through 3 in a scoreless game.
Leading off for the Guardians, the first baseman.
Kyle Manzardo set to lead things off here for the Guardians. It'll be Manzardo, Naylor, and Rocchio here in the 4th inning. Heart of the Cleveland lineup here against Castillo, who's off to a good start. 31 pitches here to start the 4th as this one slash foul. Slash foul again. Remains 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Another strikeout for Castillo. He's got 4 through the first 4 innings. And there's 1 away here in the 4th. And here's Bo Naylor, who will stand in 0 for 1. Slashes this one the other way, high and deep to left. Rosarena's got a read on it, and he makes the catch. 2-1.
The bat, number 4, designated hitter.
So Naylor, a fly-out victim here. 2 out in the 4th now. Ryan Rocchio will stand in. Nobody aboard and 2 out. Strike 1 from Castillo. On the ground, that is foul, barely. Now 0-2 the count. Castillo looking for another quick inning here. 0-2, Rocchio takes in the dirt. Strike 3 called, another one for Castillo. He's got 5 to start the game through the first 4 innings. Scoreless halfway through inning number 4. The big dumper, Cal Raleigh, set to lead things off here in the bottom half of inning number 4. It'll be Raleigh, Refsnyder, and Rodriguez for the Mariners. Got their first hit last inning against Cantillo, and we've already got action in the bullpen. Herron and Pallett starting to warm up out there for Cleveland. A 0-1 pitch in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Raleigh way out in front of the breaking ball, and there's 1 away here in the 4th. Just pulled the string on Cal Raleigh, who was batting an even 300 coming into play today. Had a rough World Baseball Classic for Team USA. Lost some playing time to Will Smith, who just frankly was swinging a hotter bat than he was. And now Rob Refsnyder, one of the new additions to the Mariners this season. He's 0 for 1 with a flyout. No balls and a strike. Refsnyder grounds it hard to the 6 hole, and a diving play by Arias, and he fires a strike. What a play by Arias in the 6 hole, and there's 2 away. Let's take a look at StatCast powered by Google Cloud. What a play by Arias to rob Refsnyder of a hit. So 2 away with nobody aboard here in the 4th. Fireworks for Cleveland defensively. And Julio Rodriguez is down 0-1 in the count. Struck out his first time. 32 homers a year ago for Julio Rodriguez. 0-1 inside, a ball and a strike. Breaking ball and a big hack. A ball and 2 strikes now to Julio Rodriguez. Ripped but foul. They'll do it again. Julio Rodriguez played in the World Baseball Classic for the Dominican Republic. Had a couple good moments in there. The DR fell, however, in the elimination rounds. Popped up right out in front of the plate. Naylor off with the mask will make the catch. And the side is retired. Both of these pitchers just cruising through these lineups right now as we are through 4 innings in a scoreless game. Take a look at our starter comparison so far. They are cruising through this game. Both have pitched 4 innings. Haven't given up a whole lot. 2 hits for Castillo, 1 for Cantillo. Neither one of them has walked anybody. Castillo has 5 strikeouts to Cantillo's 3. And both are well on their way to going deep into this game. The pitch counts are very good. Castillo starting the 5th inning at 39 pitches. He's got Nolan Jones to face him, who takes a strike. That one misses just down, and it's 1-1. Two balls and a strike. Nolan Jones, the hitter. Castillo fires, and it's fouled off of Cal Raleigh. 2-2 now. Two balls and 2 strikes. Jones swings and misses. Another strikeout for Castillo. He's got 6 here in the 5th inning. And there's 1 away as we take a look at StatCast, powered by Google Cloud. The sinker, 5 inches of break, over 2,100 rotations per minute. So now 1 out. Gabriel Arias, who made an excellent play at shortstop last half inning, will stand in, and he takes a strike. He also singled earlier in the ball game, one of the 2 hits for Cleveland. Oh, 0-1, wave and a miss. 0-2. Downstairs, a ball and 2 strikes. Wave and a miss, got him to chase it. And Castillo's making him look silly. 7 strikeouts now for Luis Castillo. Another look at StatCast, powered by Google Cloud. The pitch sequence this time. Fastball, sinker, fastball, slider. Pulled the string on the end one and made him look silly. 7 strikeouts now for Castillo. And here's Schneemann. Well hit ball, but foul. 0-1. Pitch number 50 from Castillo, missed the side, and it's 1-1. Neiman went 0 for 4 in his previous game. Inside, hitters count at 2 balls and a strike. Game 4 of this 4-game set here from Seattle between the Guardians and the Mariners. Seattle with a 2-1 series lead, looking to take the series 3-1 over Cleveland, who won their first game of the season last night here in this building. Hitters count to Schneemann. The 3-1 is fouled away, and it's full, 3-2. The payoff pitch from Castillo, fouled straight back. They'll do it again. Another payoff and another foul ball. Good at bat here from Schneemann with 2 out. Another payoff from Castillo. Schneemann takes strike 3. 8 strikeouts now for Castillo, and he strikes out the side in the 5th. Pitchers duel continues. Randy Arozarena set to lead things off against Cantillo. Arozarena, Naylor, and Canzone here in the bottom of inning number 5, and these pitchers have been excellent to watch in this one. If you like pitching, this is the game for you. No balls and a strike. Randy Arozarena takes another strike, and it's 0-2. Fouled off the end of the bat. Pitch number 50 from Cantillo. Arozarena just outside, 1-2. Misses again outside, and now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 pitch. Arozarena hits it in the air, right field. Over to get it is Jones, and he will have no problems. 1-1. So Arozarena, a flyout victim to start the 5th inning, and now Josh Naylor, the first baseman, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Naylor fouls the first pitch off. It's 0-1. Middle of the season acquisition for the Mariners, and he was a difference maker in that postseason. One pitch, swing and a miss, 1-2 the count. Naylor pops it up to his brother behind the plate. And Bo Naylor makes the catch, and there's 2-1.
The batter, number 8, designated hitter.
So 2 quick outs here for Cantillo as both of these pitchers continue to roll, and now here's the designated hitter, Dom Canzone, who is 0 for 1 with a ground out. Batted .300 last season. Drove in 32 runs, 11 homers over the wall. Canzone takes a strike. 2 for 3 in yesterday's game with a couple base hits for Canzone. Downstairs, a ball and a strike. Swing and a miss, 1-2. One team that I'm very curious to see how they go during the season is actually the Kansas City Royals in the American League. Going to be battling with Cleveland in that division. Kansas City is going to be a fun team to watch this year, led by Bobby Witt Jr. Starting the season in Atlanta is Kansas City. Payoff pitch, Canzone grounds it back up the middle and through for a base hit. And a 2-out single keeps the inning alive for the Mariners. Take a look at Cantillo's line, 4 2/3. Just 2 hits now for the Mariners, 3 strikeouts, 62 pitches, and that's where they're going to pull him, actually. What an outing for Cantillo. He's responsible for the runner on first base, but he held the Mariners in check at the plate. Cantillo exits. To the bullpen we go for the first time tonight.
Now pitching for Cleveland, number 29.
Tim Herron will get the call out of the bullpen for Cleveland. 2025 had him at 54 appearances, 42 2/3 innings pitched with a 4.85 ERA, so he'll look to get the earned run average down. He had a strikeout rate of 23.2, and his first task will be Brendan Donovan, who has one of the 2 hits in this game for Seattle. First pitch to Donovan out of the bullpen is in there for a strike. Seattle very excited at this acquisition of Donovan playing third base. Just off the end of the bat, and it's 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. Donovan just outside. There's another sign for Donovan. Makes you flash back into the early 2010s. Kyle Seager, who dominated that third base corner for the Mariners throughout his career. Swing and a miss there by Donovan. That retires the side, and the Mariners strand another base runner. End of 5, still scoreless. Game recap, not much to show except for the pitching. It has been excellent in this game, just 2 hits for either side. And Luis Castillo has been excellent. Herron got the strikeout of Donovan to end the last inning. Just a couple hits for the Mariners, just a couple hits for Cleveland. Both teams with a 0-2-0 line score. 0 runs, 2 hits, 0 errors. This is MLB The Show. Shalmi DeBarnes. What the heck is that name? Okay, whatever. I'm not going to try. There's the line score right there for you. A whole lot of goose eggs on there. Got a pitcher's duel here in the Emerald City. Game 4 of this 4-game set. As Luis Castillo continues his run. 9-1-2 due up here for Cleveland in the 6th inning. As that one misses inside, and we're going to get our first ABS challenge of the afternoon. Cal Raleigh didn't like the call, and, well, everything disagrees. Remains 1-0. So the Mariners 0 for 1 tonight on ABS challenges. Cal Raleigh loses that one, as that one is in there for a strike. It'll be DeLauder, Stephen Kwan, and Jose Ramirez here in the 6th. Outside 2-1, hitters count now. That one couldn't find the plate. 3-1 now from Castillo. Looking to avoid his first walk of the afternoon. 3-1. There's a strike, full count. Struck, 3 called, another one for Castillo. He's got 9 here in the 6th inning, and there's 1 away. And now back to the top with Stephen Kwan. Outside ball 1, 1-0 to Stephen Kwan. 1 for 4 in yesterday's game with a base hit. Stays high, 2-0. .65 pitches now for Castillo, and he's behind 3-0 to Kwan. 3 balls, no strikes. See if Kwon has the green light here. Strike taken, 3-1 the count. Ooh, just missed. Bluebirds rain down here in Seattle, and that's the first blemish on the scorecard for Castillo. And a 1-out base runner here for Jose Ramirez here in the 6th. In there for a strike. 0-1. 6-time Silver Slugger for Jose Ramirez. Ramirez hits it back up the middle and through past Castillo. Kwon will go first to third. Rodriguez fires offline, and the Guardians have something brewing here in the 6th. Base hit up the middle for Jose Ramirez, and the Guardians have the first threat of this game. So now an RBI spot for Kyle Manzardo. And he swings away at the first pitch, sends it into center. They're going to test Julio's arm. Kwon's got the speed. Here he comes. Julio's throw, not in time. And Cleveland strikes first here in the 6th. RBI sac fly for Kyle Manzardo. And Stephen Kwon, as we take a look at his tag, easily scores. And Cleveland strikes first here in Seattle. 1-0 our score. And now Bo Naylor, the cleanup man, takes a strike. Oh for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout for Bo Naylor. Check on Ramirez over there. Just missed outside, a ball and a strike to Naylor. Runner on first with 2 away, run home in the inning for the Guardians. Ripped, but foul. They'll do it at 1-2. One-two from Castillo. Fouled away to the right. Stays high, 2-2 now. High drive into center field from Naylor. Sends it way back. Look at this one fly. Bo Naylor to dead center field. And it's 3-0 Cleveland. The Guardians have broken through against Luis Castillo. And Bo Naylor annihilates this one to straightaway center. 441 feet on his first home run of 2026. And it's a 3-0 Guardians lead now. And after such a good start from Castillo, he has struggled here in the 6th. Two balls and no strikes. On the ground, back towards short. Crawford will cut it off, and he will make the play to retire the side. But the Guardians break through. They scored 1 run on a sac fly, but then the 2-run shot from Bo Naylor puts the Guardians up 3-0 here in Seattle. 9-hole hitter Cole Young will stand in to lead things off here in the 6th. Tim Herron will remain out there for Cleveland after just 4 pitches in the 5th. Stays high to Young, 1-0, so we'll get 9-1-2 with Young, Crawford, and Raleigh. Action in the Guardians bullpen as well, as Heron remains out there for the moment. Young takes a strike, 1-1. Left side, just foul. Tried to go the other way. And Young now 1-2 the count. Young hits this one in the air, straightaway center field. Barely having to move is DeLauder. One away here in the sixth.
The batter, number 3, shortstop, J.P.
And now back to the top of the order we go. J.P. Crawford, who is 0 for 2. Seattle needs base runners. That's step one. Down 3-0 here at home. Breaking ball over the plate, fouled off by Crawford. Downstairs, called a strike, and it's 0-2. No challenge by the Mariners. Popped up on the infield. It'll be Arias to flag it down, and there's 2-1.
Up next for the Mariners.
And now Cal Raleigh. You would like him to come up when there's runners on base, but the bases are clear here for the big dumper. 2 out here in the sixth. First pitch fouled off by Cal Raleigh. Another breaking ball hit into center field for a base hit. And Cal Raleigh keeps the inning going here in the sixth. 95 miles an hour off the bat, right back where it came from. And now